Going to Kevin and Steve with Blood Brothers, which is from Appleton, so another Wisconsin-made film. But so the first film you did, Teddy, which is showing later today, is sort of your 80s slasher. And then Popularity Killer, which is the second one, was your 90s Who's Done It. And then Blood Brothers. So again, just kind of what we've been talking about, what's kind of the inspiration for Blood Brothers. And also, not to say that you're bouncing around the subgenre, but just you're kind of doing a different take every project you've done.
Right.
I think more than anything, we just kind of want to get out of our comfort zone. This was something that, gosh, I mean, all the ideas we've been pitching for the past couple of years have been more like Teddy, which you guys might see later on in Popularity Killer, more the slasher genre, and then I guess we just want to try something new.
Yeah, I mean, we'd already done kind of the slasher, the 80s and 90s thing, and although, I mean, we want to continue to do slashers, we're actually working on a feature right now, the script. Yeah, we just kind of wanted to try something a little bit different, and I mean, for our first two films, I mean, they're both comedy horror. I mean, there's lots and lots of humor, and this is pretty much as serious as what you can get, and we just kind of wanted to try to prove ourselves that we could do something that we had never done before.
And Gabe and Kevin are with Twin Lakes, and something to point out is that it's a one-man show. And so I kind of wanted to hear both of you talk about your approach, one, working with your actor to carry a one-man show, because it is, you know, a fairly difficult task to do. So kind of explain the relationship and the approach that you did to make a one-man show successful.
Well, my inspiration was to write something that we could shoot with one person, one location, and just me as the crew. Because anybody that's tried to make a movie, you know that trying to get together a bunch of people and money and locations, that's one of the hardest things. The ideas, you know, everyone's got ideas, but I've been working with Lucero for a couple years now. We've done a bunch of stuff, so we have a good relationship. We're pretty much good friends at this point. So when I was writing the thing, obviously I was thinking of him.
Yeah.
We just have a good relationship, so it's, you know, he knows what I expect of him, he knows what he expects of me, and we really don't ever have problems. So.
Sure. And Kevin, as an actor, you know, you had no one else to work with. You know, you had no one else to pull inspiration from or their emotions from. So how was it to approach it being the single actor in the film?
The script for me is the most important thing. When it's written well, that tells me exactly everything I need to know. Gabe and I, we do a collaboration, so if anything comes up that's outside the script's bounds, you know, he trusts me and I trust him to try it, and we kind of go from there. Okay. But not having anybody else on set is a huge benefit, because I mean it's just us doing it. You know, you don't have to deal with a bunch of other blunt egos, complaints.
A lot of times people are just getting in the way. So.
Sure.
It can be a hindrance at times when you have too many people.
But it was just the two of you.
Just the two of us.
Oh, yeah. Just the two of us. Did you guys play that song often? Just the two of us? You know.
We were too tired.
Now we want to turn it to you guys. We still got a couple minutes yet. So anyone have any questions for any of the filmmakers here?
How hard is it to find locations for shooting?
Anyone?
We shoot outside a lot because in Madison, you don't need permits to shoot in a public park. When you are allowed to be in a public park, you're allowed to film there. Unlike a lot of cities where you need a permit to film on private property, Madison you can film outside at any time, so we film outside a lot. And just, it's really, really hard. And that's part of like the networking that I'm hoping to do is like, you know, get locations, get sort of just small little things, even with props and stuff. When you're on a zero budget, it really means like zero budget. People won't even return our calls for like hotel rooms or whatever because we're just like at that level. It's not easy.
Anyone else?
I ask. All you got to do is ask. We've got plenty of places in Lincoln that you just go up and say, "Can I film in here?" And most people are totally cool. So
like if you find people that are sort of
you just got to find.
I guess this is like hot or cold. It's either people are really enthused, like we shot in the restaurant, and they like couldn't have been nicer to us. It was like the cheapest party we've ever thrown, just because it was like Shane, our special effects guy's work, and people just volunteered to like be in the movie. It was awesome. And other times we get people that are, you know, like don't think it's a mean look just for asking. But yeah, there's people that are into it that on this low level of like we all have cameras and it's kind of a new underground thing that yeah we're everywhere.